what is morphing time?
Well, morphing time is basically a collaborative effort between several of the students at Exceptional Minds Studios.
It's pretty similar to a story stick where each person creates a different character that is transitioned into a piece of animation, and so on until the end.
To me, Morphing Time is a multi-animator project short film where a bunch of animators come together and they make an animated clip of of whatever they want, and then they basically have to morph their animation to the next person's animation. I never really did a collaboration anything before, so this was kind of a new thing for me. I wanted to try that out because again, animation is primarily a collaborative effort, and mainly just to have fun and learn how to be collaborative.
It's pretty simple. I just wanted to work on my animation skills and how to function in pipeline. It really helped me understand sort of the working environment that I could go in when I get a job.
I think this project has been very enjoyable for me, and given by the results, I think it was a success as well.
I feel that the project has morphed into a beast of its own, so to speak. I feel like it's really coming along. It's really turning into its own adventure. It's nice to see what the project became, and I'm very happy with the results.
Morphing Time is an extracurricular project that has been in the school for a long time. In fact, I've actually been a part of the first Morphing Time as a freshman.
Working title of this is Morphing Time 2.0. That is not what we're calling this thing at the end. I don't want to copy exactly what we did last time, because then that's kind of boring. So that opens up to different things. We can either do a theme, we can either do a small little story. It could be whatever we want it to be. Just because it's a little more difficult doesn't mean it's not impossible to do. It might take us a little bit longer to do it, but that's why we're here. We're here to challenge ourselves and to be better as artists.
I didn't really know exactly what this project would be about. It wasn't until we made a list of ideas and then voted on which themes and characters it should have.
Fantasy creatures?
Okay.
Style or media jumping. Like, for example, like a character jumps from a 20s animation to a UPA style animation to a Warner Brothers animation to a Disney animation or to a book or to you're just jumping from different mediums or styles.
Wow, that sounds really cool.
Yeah.
We had to basically create a fantasy creature of our choice in the style of a particular animator. We basically had to emulate that style. And for me, I chose Don Bluth, and I had to study several of his works.
I think that's one issue I had is the texture.
Comments?
Would you mind? I may be wrong, but doesn't Jack Kirby use a lot of big black lines for texture?
Yeah.
Which is kind of clever.
All right, that is a good note. That it's hard to see.
Yeah, I realized that after. Yeah, I was looking on my phone and I was like, oh wait, I can't see it at all.
So, the texture is a huge thing for Jack Kirby.
Yeah.
What kind of what are you animating for it? Are you just gonna
What do you
be
mean?
animating the face, or?
No, I want to do the walk cycle.
Yeah.
Giant character, because Jack Kirby, all of his monsters are huge. Mm-hmm. So I would have him moving kind of slowly anyways. He's not going to be a quick moving.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to make it look clumsy because it only has stumps that it's walking around.
You can make it fall. It just makes one step and falls forward. And that's it. That's all around this thing. Our Wile E. Coyote Hulk
Coyote.
All right, comments.
The one without the shading looks a lot better.
Okay.
Yeah, because not to mention like that would probably be a big pain in the butt to like constantly go back and shade over the original colors.
Does this color work, or should I change colors?
How does everyone feel about the colors?
It looks fine. Fine.
I like
Looks
it.
really good.
Good.
Good enough.
So change them. They're totally fine.
Oh wow.
Our Charlie Brown.
That looks so much better
That's adorable.
Yeah.
than the
That's
previous one.
Yeah.
That is Schultz.
The shape, the very short shapes, the sort of circles, triangular body, and sort of large feet. It's definitely reminiscent of his style.
I decided to work on an animation of a Jersey Devil in the style of UPA cartoons such as Christopher Crumpet and Jared McPoypoint. I thought since I was relatively green to the field, I feel like this would be a good style to help him focus on the animation and not so much on the character design.
Now, the main thing I'm going to tell you is you got to watch your timing. The time right there is fine, but the problem that's occurring is it looks like it's skipping.
So it's going too fast.
Kind of, yeah. It's going just a bit too fast.
Erratic.
Or a little erratic. It's missing a good up pose. It's this and this, okay? You need these types of motions that are happening in there. Squash and stretch.
That was what
Exactly what it is. Because the reason it looks glitchy is because the up pose isn't necessarily reading too much right now. It's kind of just doing this, okay? I am gonna say, for a first try, good job.
I did like how I did the up motion, like a little bit of like a floating animation.
Yeah.
I actually did a reference from Another Dragon. I've noticed that when there's the down pose, the head is like
Okay.
the head is like the head is tilting upward. I thought that was something I really liked.
I saw this project as an opportunity to get to know what it's like to work with other people on the very same project, as opposed to working by myself. Also, I love the concept of animating fantasy creatures, and since you can be very creative with the designs. So towards the end, I didn't get up to it yet. He's supposed to, when he's like lowering his head and raising his arms, looking all fierce, he's supposed to have he's supposed to be distracted, like like a squirrel, or like that. But then just scratch behind his ear with his leg. It's supposed to look fierce, gnawing on a bone, looking toward the camera, giving an angry face, and then just go into cute mode where you just scratch behind his ear.
I found the concept of morphing animation interesting to me. I also wanted to push myself because I've never done a morph animation before. I just wanted to have fun, try something new and see what I can do to push myself with my animation skills.
This happened last time, so people got sick. So, as you can see, the flu is pretty bad.
Hello there.
Hi.
Hey, Veronica.
Hello, Brian. Anyway, so how's everyone doing?
I'm pretty good. I'm trying very hard not to go stir crazy at home, but I'm just so happy I get to see everyone again.
Yeah, me too. Virtually, that is.
Is that a green screen behind you, Jazz?
No.
When COVID hit, we had to switch to basically working from home. It's both a blessing and a curse, to be honest, because, sometimes persons on the spectrum don't deal with change very well. So I've had to adapt. And while it has been an adjustment, knowing you won't be able to be as, mobile, but you're still able to work. We're all in this together. I don't want anyone to forget that. We're all in this together. Everyone's going through the same challenges. And I feel it's important to keep that sense of community and teamwork.
So COVID-19 did initially cause a few setbacks. Like one of them, for instance, you weren't surrounded in a classroom with an ambient, like, artistic environment, and instead we had to work on this project from our living rooms, bedrooms, on our own personal computers, and then meet up again once a week on Zoom, which has its own problems, like internet connectability or inconvenience in communication. But one of the good things that I've noticed that I think has affected my end of the project is that I was able to do a little bit more independent research on how to improve my animation, allow me to learn some animation techniques that I wouldn't have learned otherwise.
I'm amazed how well we've transitioned to sort of a virtual environment, especially in the age of COVID-19. I feel proud that we managed to stay on deadline and just keep a consistent schedule and keep consistent quality all across the board. This could have easily fallen apart, and I'm glad with the ingenuity and perseverance of everybody in this crew. I'm glad that we're making something that we hope will be wonderful and special.
What I have thus far. Oops.
Okay.
So I took all of your suggestions and I made the wings on the flap cycle a little bigger.
I feel like the tail is still not moving a bit fluidly as we'd hope.
Okay.
A little bit and sort of more like this sort of S curve.
But
All
you
right.
have this nice motion that's happening here like that. And I think they want to see it more kind of doing this a bit, if that makes sense. It's kind of doing like a snapping motion instead of like a nice fluid like this motion instead.
Oh, all right.
It's like, we don't necessarily want that to snap. I think that's where that's coming from. Mythlogic, almost everybody voted for that one. So Duran is first, then Ellie, then Leona, then Michael Cicerelli, then Kyle, Brian, Becca, Veronica, and Craig. So that's the short. Okay.
Awesome.
My favorite part working on this project was basically getting together every week to see the progress, not just my progress, but everyone else's progress, which really, I think, helped motivate me to keep going on this, even though I felt, really lost and confused at some points. I feel like I was able to pick myself back up and work on it and just see what it would become, and I'm very happy with how it's looking. It's been really fun to work on this.
After I was being pushed to improve on my cockatrice animation, when I actually implemented that feedback, I was just like, oh wow, this looks a lot better than how I approached it initially.
You're gonna animate our intro.
Oh snap, really? Me animating the film's title, yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah, so it's currently in the rough stage.
For today, first person to go is Craig.
Yep. All right. Outro of the title as it concludes.
Your animation is great. Your animation is always astounding.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you, Michael.
I think I gained a lot of real-life work experience while practicing animation skills and learning how to communicate and collaborate with others in order to meet a deadline. It was also beneficial for me to learn how to be open to feedback and learn how to give constructive feedback to others so that we can all work towards the same goal.
The thing I actually really love about this project is I have ideas, and I love it when you guys do something different. Like you do something that I was not thinking of. And that's awesome. Let's just do this because I think it'd be funny. Duran and Ellie, rock, paper, scissors for who goes first.
Sorry, start again?
Yeah, okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, again, they're both scissors.
Draw.
2, 3. Oh Lord. We're gonna be here for a half hour doing rock, paper, scissors.
Alright.
Michael?
I just really like how this is looking. This is looking currently. I can't wait to add all the shadows in, because I think the lighting is what really sells it.
This project has surprisingly benefited me in a lot of ways, really pushed by my peers, and I also learned how to be patient when it came to certain aspects of animating, primarily the title sequence. And I also learned how to be a more collaborative person and how to help people out in a more constructive, professional manner.
Overall, I feel that it just made me ready for the workforce in general. My 2D animation skills have improved significantly, especially using basically the Z perspective has been very eye-opening to me, since most of my compositions were pretty flat beforehand.
It was different than my expectations because I had never animated 18 seconds of animation before. In my head, it wasn't really within the realm of a possibility yet until I actually did it. So it was different and in some ways better. At first, I came into this project not knowing how the end result would be in terms of my animation, my skills at the time. Thankfully, one of the upsides to this whole thing is that seeing everybody on Zoom every single week, every time having an updated and improved animations of their own, that gave me encouragement to keep going, and thankfully it's I think this animation is a success.
Well, I'm very happy to have been involved in this project. It gave me lots of experience. It taught me a lot of things that I probably didn't know before about animation in general. It's just nice to get to use the knowledge and the research that I did. Lots of watching Little Mermaid. It was awesome to be part of this, so thank you. It's very exciting. I hope to do something like this again in the future.
And I can't wait to see this project in its fullest.
As like Exceptional Minds is a very small and pretty new school, relatively. So I want this project to put Exceptional Minds on the map and also put the students at Exceptional Minds on the map in terms of our ability.
All of us have worked on something that I feel is amazing, and I feel like we've done an incredible job showing our unique artistic styles to the table, especially those who have a lot of experience. I feel that this could be really impactful to a lot of people in these times, and I'm proud to be like a small part of this great school. Exceptional Minds is truly exceptional.